This is Sand Creek Video 3. Ah! Welcome back to another Sand Creek Weekly video. Boy, I hope Alex got away from that dinosaur.
Me too. The first thing that we have to do is wrap up I Love to Read Month.
Hello, Sand Creek. I am here with 4th grader Henry Jordahl, and we are by our I Love to Read poster. And it is the end of February. Actually, it's already March, and we had a great I Love to Read month. And so I wanted to ask you, Henry, do you love to read?
Yes, I love to read.
All right. So tell me maybe a couple of your favorite book titles.
Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse, and just a lot of the Percy Jackson books. I really think they're good because there are a lot of cliffhangers that get you really wanting to go on to the next page or next chapter, and I think it's a really good book.
It's a great definition of a cliffhanger when you stop at the end of a chapter and you just can't put that book down, so you just got to keep paging through to find out what happens next. Great job. So other Sand Creek students have kind of identified some books that I recognize. Captain Underpants, Junie B. Jones, Pinkalicious was in there. My daughter right now is a big Wings of Fire fan. She loves those books. She just can't get enough of those books. So thanks for joining me, Henry. And I just also want to congratulate the classrooms who did a great job of reading. If you remember, Mrs. Hawes' kindergarten class got to have the Jungle Jam with Mr. Duffy, who played on the marimba in the music class, and they certainly enjoyed that. And we also want to congratulate Mrs. King's second graders. They won a chance to read with my dog Gus, and so he is going to be here next week, and he's going to be in the second grade class with Mrs. King's students, and they're going to be reading to him, and he's going to be kind of just hanging out at the end of the day. And then a big congratulations to 2 classrooms who tied for the most percentage of reading logs turned in by their students. The winners were Mrs. King's class again and Mrs. O'Mara's kindergarten class. So those 2 rooms, along with their older classroom buddies, are going to get a karaoke jam with me. Did you know that I'm a big karaoke guy? Do you know what karaoke is?
Yeah, basically like singing.
Yeah, it's singing with a mic. You sing along with the most popular artists right now in music. So we're going to have a big karaoke jam, 4 classrooms, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Now we're going to turn it over to our tech team that have some reminders for our Sand Creek students on what to do and what not to do in order to be Sand Creek stars.
There. How's the sun going?
I got a quick wrap paper for my locker.
Okay.
You guys play the...
Even if you can move as fast as the Flash, running through the hallways is never a good idea. Instead, use self-control and walk to class. When you're hanging out on the playground or in the lunchroom, your friends could get hurt when you push or shove them, and can also make a friendship feel cold. It is much better to have fun while treating each other with respect. Of course, when you are in a classroom and your teacher or an adult is talking, distractions not only prevent you from learning, but also your friends around you too. Learning is your most important responsibility while at school, so anything that distracts from learning is a big no-no. Every day, have a great attitude and focus on learning.
Those are some good reminders on what to do and what not to do. Jesse, what do you want to do next?
I think we should talk to Mr. Moss.
Mr. Moss, can you show us rooms that we usually don't get to go in?
Mean rooms that kids are not allowed in normally, and you probably have never seen before?
Yeah, that would be really
Yeah, we
cool.
can take a quick tour of that, I think.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Just remember, when we go down there, you can't touch anything, okay?
Whoa,
It's hot in here.
so hot in here.
I feel like I'm gonna sweat.
Can you
All
show?
All right, guys, this is the boiler room for the school. This is where all the heat for your classrooms come from, all the hot water that you use in your sinks and stuff. It's all made down in this room here. If you can see down here, those 2 big blue round things are our school boilers.
Can you show?
They create all the heat, okay? If you look right here, we have 2 red pumps, and this is what takes the hot water that the boilers make, and it pumps it around the school, and this goes to your classroom, to your unit vent that's along the wall by the window where all your heat comes out of.
Oh.
Okay? Now if you can hear that noise, the boiler just started up. That means it's going to fire off. And there's something kind of cool I think you guys would like to see down there real quick. Okay, give us a minute to get down there. Now if you look, it hasn't fired off yet, but inside the boiler, there's on the other end of the boiler, there's a big motor that creates like a turbine effect, a tornado effect. And when the boiler fires off, the fire inside the boiler will look like a tornado. If you look here, it's just going to fire off.
It's going. It's going.
What does that look like?
A fire tornado.
Oh yeah, look at that. That is like a big whirlwind going there.
That's so cool.
All right?
That's really cool. Isn't blue fire the hottest type
It
of
is.
fire?
But there's blue in there. If you look, you can see some blue on the ends of it.
In the back.
All right, guys. That is the boiler room. Let's go find another room.
Okay.
All right, Sand Creek. Another room that you probably don't have, I know you don't have access to, is called the roof access. And believe it or not, Sand Creek does have a second level to the school. It's not very big, but it is a second level. So let's go up there and take a look at what we got going on. All right, Sand Creek, this is the air handling room for the school. These units right here are for the gym and cafeteria. And remember that pumps down below I said? Well, here's the pipe that carries the hot water for the heat for the gym and cafeteria. It's just essentially just a big fan is all it is. So not much more than that, but here's another room or an area that students do not get to go is the rooftop. Air conditioning units way down the other end and stuff, but that's this is our rooftop part of it. Here's a room that everybody walks by at one time or another, probably during the day or during the week, and it's kind of a weird room. I do not like going in here because it seems like every time I go in here, something really weird happens. So hopefully nothing will happen this time, but I don't know. Let's take a peek here. Whoa! That's why I hate going in there. All right, enough of that.
Ooh, definitely don't want to go in that room again. Caitlin, what do you want to do next?
I think we should bring back the treasure hunt. The first one to bring it to Mr. Leek's office will get to be on the video next week. But remember, watch out for those dinosaurs.